Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about detachment and how detachment is truly the only way to get whatever it is that you desire in life. And I've spent countless of months, years even, studying detachment because in my life, I remember a time when I felt confused. I was always hurt by other girls that I was talking to because I just didn't know any better, and I was attached to these problems in my life as if it's like something that I did on purpose. You see, a lot of the reasons why you feel this attachment to certain things and why you want to figure out how you can stop feeling that way is because you know deep down that this is something that's truly affecting you mentally. It's something that it pains you. It's making you feel like you can't do anything in life. You're attached so much to this particular person or this particular thing, right? And you just don't know where to start. You don't know how you can get out of this rut. You're so attached to this thought in your mind that you've created that now it's become a part of your daily life. You begin doing bad habits just like I did, right? And you don't know how to solve the problem. Well, in today's video, we're going to talk about how you can truly detach so that you can actually achieve the things that you want without ever having to put effort onto a particular thought that just doesn't really serve you. Okay, and so the reason why I want to talk about this in the first place is because detaching has helped me in many different areas. It hasn't just helped me with like my business or just talking to people in general. It's helped me to like attract people because the thing is, people feel that you don't have this anxious attachment. People feel that you don't have this anxiousness within you that causes people to repel. People don't want to spend time with people that have this anxious energy because, quite frankly, it doesn't serve them and it certainly doesn't serve you, right? You have to understand several things here. It's not about not caring. A lot of people who talk about detachment, or if you ever see anyone online talk about this, right, they'll tell you, oh, just don't care. Like The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, for example, the book by Mark Manson. While that's great, it's actually not, it's not about not caring. It's about being centered with yourself. You see, when people are attracted to you for a particular reason, it's because not because you don't care, because you have a careless thing, right, about you. Quite frankly, if you're in the business world, good luck trying to have this not caring attitude. That's not going to help you, right? But when you're centered within yourself. I remember a time when I was going to this business event and I had to speak on a stage, and the first ever time I went, I thought, oh, I shouldn't just care about this. Like, oh, I'm going up to this girl, for example, right? Oh, I shouldn't really care. But this business event, people saw that I was just careless, and it wasn't in a good way. It was in like, oh, this guy doesn't really give a shit. Like, yeah, like, let's not take him seriously. Same with the girls that I used to talk to. I used to think, oh, I'm just not going to care. That didn't help me. That actually made it way worse. Because there are girls there, like, who they don't want a guy who's just completely careless. That's not going to help you. That's just an excuse for the anxiousness that you have, right? You need to be centered with yourself. And you can't control people or outcomes. Trying to drive that will make you mad, right? You can't just say, oh, I'm going to be careless right now and then I'm going to try to control the situation. You need to let go of the illusion. When you become centered with yourself, and I'm going to tell you how to do that in just a second, people are attracted to that. People know that you're not here to ponder about who you're trying to become or what you're trying to act like. You just are. You're centered with yourself. It's the reality of transurfing you with the world, not you against the world. You see, transurfing is not about changing who you are. It's about returning to yourself. And that's why detaching comes in greatly within this concept of transurfing, which is the reality that you're currently in and how you can use the concept of transurfing. One of those is detachment, right, within that, and how you can use that to impact your life positively. Detachment will bring you peace like you've never ever had before. You see, because when you're in a job, when you're talking to a girl, when you want to achieve a certain particular thing, when you detach, truly detach, and I'm going to tell you exactly how to do that even more, the peace you get is immeasurable. When was the last time you asked yourself, or told yourself, in fact, you said, I'm just going to be me. I'm just going to be centered with myself. I'm not going to try to be anyone or be something. I'm not going to try to be careless. You know what? I'm just going to be myself. Who cares what anyone thinks? You've detached from an outcome. That's going to give you immeasurable peace. And if you want to learn more, then you can click on the first link and apply to work with me, where you can actually talk to me one-to-one, and we can go over certain problems that you have in your current life. If you feel invisible, we'll fix your self-worth in 30 days. That's a guarantee. Anyways, back to the video. So, when you don't have someone else in your life, you feel like you're incomplete. And I mean, I guess rightfully so. For example, if you, obviously our biology, right, we have procreation, men and women together, right? But you're not 50-50. You're a full person already. And how you perceive things, what energy you want yourself to be in, is going to be dictated by what you think. And you see, if you get into these destructive mindsets of, oh, I need to be with someone, or oh, this girl rejected me, I'm now going to do bad things like eat sweets, or I'm going to, like I literally have like Sour Patch Kids, and because I can, right? Anyways, and you have this attachment to like certain things for a negative reason. I'm having these for a positive reason because I've done my work and I can have them. Then you being attached to those negative things with a destructive mindset, you're going to keep doing it. It's the order of consequences that you're currently going through that's going to cause you to repeat the same thing over and over again, and worse. It's going to ripple. First, second, third, fourth order consequences. The things that will ripple into worse and worse things, like watching porn, eating like sweets, going to parties, doing all this stuff. I don't do any of these parties and extreme things. I do something when I have a positive mindset and I want to have some like sweets. I have sweets because I can. And I've detached from this outcome that I will feel bad if I get into these bad habits. Like, my life is going bad right now. Oh, I'm going to have some. No. Oh, I'm going to go up to this girl in a party and stuff. Like, I feel like shit. I need to just talk to this girl. No, you're in a destructive mindset. Change your belief about what failure and what rejection and what detachment actually truly is. That's what's going to help you in life. It will bring you so much peace. And if you practice detachment, it will reduce your anxiety and reactivity. When you truly detach, you will no longer react to things. You will see it as the objective truth, and you accept it, forgive it, whatever it is for yourself, and you'll move on. Extremely powerful. And so what's going to happen is when you actually truly detach, you're going to reframe pain as protection. That's what this video is about. Is reframing what you're currently thinking and feeling right now into something positive, more efficient for your life. Real detachment is observing your emotions and thoughts. When was the last time you sat in a room in silence for just 5 minutes and you let your mind think for however it needs to think, for however long it needs to think? But for just 5 minutes, I guarantee you things will come up and you will start overthinking just a little bit if you haven't done that already. But what you can learn to do now is, if you sit in silence with the intention that you are going to ground yourself in this detachment, you're going to be okay. You're going to feel okay. You're going to realize, oh, you're just a human being, not a human doing. And you see, most people perform in others' people's realities. But detachment sets you free from that. You become someone who detaches from other people's outcomes, goals, and what they think of you, and you attach yourself to yourself, because it's ultimately you against you. Nobody cares about you more than you do yourself. So you distract yourself when you don't want to care anymore. You do bad things because your body feels like, why should it care about yourself? Let's do bad things instead. Your emotions and thoughts, detachment is a law that is part of your life and your thoughts and your emotions. So here's what you can actually take away from this video if you've been watching up until this point. You want to create your inner sanctuary. You want to be the cake and realize that others are just the icing. Whether you want that icing to be on your cake, right? As weird as it sounds, you dictate that. You dictate whether you want that to happen. You dictate whether you want this drizzle of icing to be on your cake. This concept, the reason why I mentioned this one is because it's unique and it's probably going to stick in your mind, right? Next, you want to visualize your ideal self and reality. Visualize who you are. Embody that person that you want to become, and start right now thinking positively about that person that you are embodying, then you will focus on who you're becoming, and nobody else can change that. I'll just close the window. And if you want to solidify this affirmation process for yourself and this self-belief and reality forming process, get a piece of paper and write your affirmations that reflect that self, and say, I am continuing to become XYZ. Don't say these affirmations, right? I am happy, I am amazing. None of this bullshit, right? You want to write down, I am continuing, or I am becoming the person that I want to be, and that person is. You're solidifying and embodying the person that you've never thought that you could ever become, but you are, because that's the direction and energy you're putting towards on piece of paper, right? So let go of intrusive what ifs and thank your brain for just trying to protect you. You'd rather protect your brain than let your brain think about outcomes from other people, from your life, and external situations that don't help you right now. That's why being present, it's such an amazing thing. That's why I also built the presence protocol in my coaching program, because it truly helps you to detach from outcomes and situations, and you'll be like a machine, because it's helping you. Like, that's what helped me, right? It helps me to not let any situation get to me. I've got a very busy life, and stuff doesn't get to me anymore, because I'm cultivating this and embodying this person that I am becoming, who doesn't get attached to silly little things like the majority do. It's not a nice feeling when you're so attached to anything in life. Detaching is not about caring, it's about returning to yourself, right? So detach from unresponsive people. Use silence as clarity, not confusion. You can be silent. If people are annoying and stuff, you don't need to respond, you don't need to be reactive. Just detach from having to respond in a reactive way. Just be silent. Just say okay, right? Don't be confused. Don't get confused by what someone's saying or why you got rejected or anything. Just realize it's okay. I am detaching from this situation. I have already detached. I am the person who I am embodying right now, who's someone who doesn't get attached but detaches from anything and everything that may cause me to be reactive. So focus on enjoying the present moment. Don't live in imagined futures or feared outcomes. And I want you to practice non-reactivity in any situation you come across. Throughout the next couple of weeks or next few days, try it, just literally in any situation, even if it's positive. Think, you know what, I'm not going to feel happy or sad. I'm detaching from any outcome of emotion, and I'm just going to feel whatever I need to feel. And if it's happy, if it's sad, cool. And then apply to work with me, and I'm going to transform your whole entire life, because your self-worth will now be reflected from you building the foundations. Your self-worth will now be reflected upon a situation, for example, of you applying to my coaching, and therefore we can move you to the next few steps, which I won't be really talking about on this channel because it's so powerful. And I don't want to give the source around this YouTube channel. I'm sorry, guys. It's so good. Like, it's genuinely changed so many people's lives that I've worked with. Anyways, I want you to let people be free. True connection comes from when they don't feel controlled. If anyone says something to you, or you want to go speak up to a girl and she rejects you, or you want to go apply for a job, or whatever it is, right? You're running a business and people are involved. Anything, in any situation. Just picture this. You no longer have to manipulate or try to control people through words anymore. You just let them be free, and you let yourself speak how you want to speak when you're centered with yourself. Not in a, oh, I don't really care, I'm just going to talk to them. I'm going to go up to this girl and I'm going to... No. Let them be free. It's because you're thinking about what you want to do when you want to speak to them. You're thinking, oh, I'm going to go speak to them and hopefully they don't care. So I'm just going to not care. Truthfully, you do care. So understand and cultivate this practice where you just let them be free. You don't control them. You don't control how you want to be, and you just be what you need to be to which is centered right within yourself, and you can cultivate that through practice, and you can obviously work with me if you want to learn how to do that even more, and you'll see how much attraction you get from that. It's not about looks, it's not about confidence even, it's about returning to yourself, which breeds confidence. That is the root cause, right? So if you want attraction from girls, from women, from business opportunities, detachment is the key to get whatever it is you want to desire in life, what you desire in life. The final two things is to detach from identity-based goals. Stay open to paths you can't see. Don't let yourself get lost in many different things. Get yourself lost in one thing. Like Vincent van Gogh said, he dedicated his craft to his art and he lost his mind. It's okay to be obsessed, but just realize that your identity is the thing that you should be focusing on, not the actual task. Who you are becoming, who you are in that moment. And if that's who you want to be, embody the identity, but not the goal. The goal is going to be achieved regardless. But the situation that you visualize yourself in, who you've written down, who you're becoming, is going to be the real deal. Right? So detach from identity-based goals and attach yourself, well, don't detach yourself to anything, but ideally move towards the person you're embodying and not the goals you want to achieve, the journey and the path that you're on and who you're becoming. I am continuously becoming XYZ. I am continuously achieving XYZ. Even if it's not true, still do that. That's better than not having any form of affirmation, right? The final thing that I want to talk about is talk to your fear brain. Accept and disarm intrusive thoughts with compassion. Anytime you get a negative thought, love that negative thought. Love that negative situation. Give that full compassion and love towards something that's negative, because trust me, you've just disarmed a situation that could have got way worse. When you tell yourself, you know what, there's a bad situation happening in my life right now. I love it, man. I love this situation. This situation is causing me to truthfully enjoy life, because it's going to help me get the things I want in life and move towards great things. Because it does. There's wisdom in every single situation. And I promise you, when you detach truthfully by following these steps, your life will never be the same again. So apply to work with me below if you want the guided step-by-step plan and one-to-one coaching from me. I've also built a channel from 0 to 70,000 subscribers in just 4 months. If that sounds good, then I'll see you on the application form. I'll speak to you on the next one. Bye.